What up? So excited. We're here in the jungles of Costa Rica. Just kidding, but doesn't this look really cool? I love it. Jay is like, whatever, I don't care, it's nature, but like I'm super nature. And he's like, hey, I'm married to you, so I'll be nature when I feel like it.
Pretty much.
Yep. So, welcome to the Holistic Life Show.
What's up,
I'm
guys?
Jenny.
Happy Saturday again. Trying not to make this Saturday thing a habit, but it just kind of happens. But, you know,
Yes.
freedom of a pop-up show.
Yep. So, I'm Jenny.
I'm Jay.
And we're so excited you're here. Let us know where you're watching from.
If you're live, we're doing a replay.
Totally. So, what we've learned over the holidays, and I think, holidays, holla, the hollas, holiday, Yeah. So, I think that we should talk about what we've learned over the holidays, but like not just this year, just in general over the holidays.
Okay.
Okay? And so, we're here at this really, hey Matt, we're here at this Christmas market, all right? This holiday market, I guess. It's not Christmas, it's holiday market. There's some vendors here. It's really nice. It's real chill. They're all wonderful and great. But I think that one of the things that I learned is like when you're in business, right? Like you could come out and do something like this. There's not like a ton of traffic here.
Right.
But sometimes you take risks.
Right.
And sometimes they create rewards and sometimes they don't. And even though there may only be a handful of people, you have to still show up strong for that one or two people who come by. And, you know, so this could be like, you know, a business thing. You know, you take a risk and you put yourself out there and you put a 10 or whatever and only one or two people come by. Or maybe you're teaching or you're doing a course, or it doesn't really matter. Like if you're going to put yourself out there, you may hope and expect that the masses come, right? Or that so many people are there and you're so wildly successful. But it's okay, right? It's okay if one person comes, because that one person could change the trajectory of your business.
I think that's a good point. Two, it's like the energy doesn't have to be perfect, baby.
I know, but it's like leaning. Okay.
Like the energy, just like, yeah, you could say you could show up and one person show up, two people show up, or whatever. But you still gotta like show up like you never know who will pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like a lot of people, like you're kind of like with customer service, your energy sets the tone. Yeah. So if you're somewhere and you're trying to sell your stuff and you're kind of just like, oh, you know, I do this, I do that, you're kind of like, I guess, vibrating on a low frequency, mm-hmm. That's going to pass by. And instead of like you're up and about, I'm not saying you got to jump and do cartwheels, but you know, your energy is a little higher. And you're like, oh, we like to do this, we like to do that. You know, this is what our business is about. Even if one of the tables we went to, the lady, she repeated herself like 3 times, but still, she had energy about her, you know? It wasn't like she was just sitting behind her table. It wasn't like she was just like, oh, well, you know, happy holidays or whatever. So that makes a difference too. Mm-hmm. So like you said, because there's going to be times where you do things and people aren't going to show up.
Right. Or even think about this show. We know there's a lot of people watching.
Who don't comment because like what feels like out of nowhere, right, is like people be like, oh wow, I watched your show, or oh wow, your last show last week you talked about X. Yeah, I'm like, you know, I'm getting text messages out of the blue like, yo, I'm proud of you and your wife. Like, what for what? What do we do? And it's like, your show, I catch it here and there. You know, you guys are, we love what you're trying to do. So it's like, oh, okay, so people are watching.
When I think too, you know, like I'm going through a process personally where I am learning about like even more about the ego and, you know, following my heart and my intuition. Mm-hmm. And I think that if you really think about it, the ego wants all kinds of recognition. Yep. The ego wants validation. The ego wants all of these people to like be raving about your show, but just showing up, right? We keep showing up. And if we just change one person's life, or we encourage you to do one thing, that's all that matters.
And we might not even meet the one person. We might not even...
Were you just watching us?
Yeah, I was like,
We just had someone walk out of a building and be like, hey, we were watching you live.
We might not even be the one person that we might not even meet the one person whose life we change. But, you know, that, like she said, that ego, to want to be like, oh, we don't have 20, 30, 40, 50 people, like, watching. We don't have hundreds of people, like, commenting while we're on. Like, so we're not successful. Instead of just being consistent and tweaking what works, I think the main thing is, like, finding our grooves. Because there's so many things out there, people doing, especially in social media with the lives and stuff like that, but finding the groove that works for us.
Yeah.
Because that's going to speak to the people we want to attract, you know, and we're not going to have to work hard, because what we do, they're going to be like, oh, that's that shit right there. Right.
And be excited about it. Okay, what's another lesson that you've learned this holiday season or in other holiday seasons?
It's a holiday. It's not a break from what you're doing. Well, it is kind of a break what you're doing. My point is, like, you still have to do your consistent things.
Like, show up with whatever your routine is.
Whatever your routine is. Whatever your routine is. I don't care if you're dealing family or friends or whatever. Yeah, you don't have to beat yourself up, feel guilty, like, none of that. Yeah. But still, just showing up, like, whatever you're doing. Find a way to keep your routine.
So one thing that I've learned, and this has happened since Thanksgiving, right? Because we already were on, and we talked about this a little bit in our last couple shows. I was already, like, off tracks, like way off tracks, and then Thanksgiving went crazy.
Right.
And then we decided, and see, here's the thing. When we got back from Texas, when we got back from Thanksgiving and from eating all that food, we had talked, like, all right, let's reel it in, but let's be mindful and not be so hardcore that when the weekend comes, we just want to binge our faces out. Like, let's just still let it flow. So, cool thing is, since then, I lost, I think, like 3 pounds in a week, which seems crazy, but here's the thing. It's like, it's almost like bloat, eat, right? And then it's like, I stopped all that and I went back to one of our basics, one of the basic habits that we teach in Levelution. I went back to the basics, and that's eat when you're hungry.
Yep.
Eat when you're hungry. It's such a simple thing, but what makes it different is it's the daily practice of that simple thing over the course, right? Where you're going to just be better each day.
Yep.
And that right there, you know, if you eat when you're hungry and you just start with that, you will start to see changes. And that's just like the baby steps in. There are so many other habits that we teach and that I've learned from Jay.
That's one of the major ones, though, because a lot of stuff, if food is there and if it's in front of you, you
seafood, eat food.
Yeah.
Like, we're totally into seafood, eat food sometimes.
And the thing
you
is,
can't stop.
Yeah, I feel you can stop. You choose not to.
Yeah.
Because if we're completely honest with yourself, if you're honest with yourself, yes, you want to justify by saying, oh, there's pizza, there's chocolate, whatever. I just couldn't stop. Yes, you could. You made that conscious decision that it's there because for fear of missing out or whatever the case be. It's like, oh, there's pizza here. Yes, I could eat it or I could not eat it, but eating it would make me feel better, so I'm going to choose to eat it. So that's another thing too. Like, we have to stop using those things as an excuse. Like, oh, it was there, I couldn't resist, I couldn't. Yes, you could. Yes, you can. And with the habits that we teach in the Levelution program, you'll be able to do those things. Be like, okay, yeah, there's pizza here, but you know what? I ate out twice earlier this week. I really don't need this.
You know what's amazing, what I really like about this, and you're witnessing it here, even though we both are teaching and leading in the program, like, this is Jay's specialty. This is what he's dedicated his life to. He has many, many years where he has been practicing and working with, you know, fitness and wellness and mindset and helping people get over those blocks. And so, like, he helps me, and I'll just be back on the time. Just now, you know, I say something and he's like, whoa, because he knows, and he knows how to keep you, like, in in the boundaries.
The main thing
right?
is if you want to make a change, especially if you want to make a life transformating change, you have to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes honesty, I'm not going to say it's not pretty, but it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with the truth sometimes hurts, and dealing with the truth of we make those decisions. We are where we are in our life because of the choices that we make. And it's not good or bad or indifferent. It's how we choose to look at those choices.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at a choice and be like, you know what? I did that. This is what I learned from it. This is how I can get better. Or you could look at a choice and be like, oh man, I can't believe I did that. I'm never going to be successful. It's whatever. You decide the vibe. And that's what it is. But the first thing is being open and honest with yourself. It's like, you know what? Food is here. Some of my favorite foods. I have a choice to make.
Right. It's like the awareness.
Yep.
Right. And I mean, if any of this is like piquing your interest, you're definitely going to want to get on the next Levelution waitlist. And we'll put it in the comments, but it's the number 2jhala.com/NL next Levelution waitlist. And the reason you want to get on the wait list is because here very soon we're going to be opening up to just, the insiders, and just like, we're going to do a soft launch. And we have something really special that we've put together for you to be one of the first people to come into the program. The like teachings and the information is not new, and it's stuff that we've been working, and Jay's been working with other clients for a very long time.
Right.
But the way we've put it together, it's like we've taken over 10 years, right? 10 years? How long? 15?
It's honestly
You
more
don't
than
want to
that.
reveal.
But a lot.
A lot of years of training and expertise and learning, and put this into this program. We've been tweaking it over the years. And so that's what you're getting. You're getting access to that, but we can't tell you it all right now. You got to get on the wait list. We'll reach out to you. We'll set up some time, and we'll evaluate if it's a good fit. I mean, that's really what it's about. All right, let's do one last learning from over the holidays this year and the past.
Ladies first.
I've already done 2.
I did 2 too. What are you talking
What was
about?
your other one?
Hey man, go ahead.
Oh my God. Well, I gave my 2. Let's see. I mean, we already talked about like how it's kind of like don't lose your routine. It's just another day.
Mm-hmm.
And I could keep expanding on that, but we already said that. I talked about, how just going back to the basics of, eating when you're hungry. And I've lost 3 pounds this week, but it's really just because I stopped the craziness.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said...
the daily thing was mine, but just
the daily thing?
The routine.
The routine.
That was mine.
Okay, what else did we say? Oh my God, I can't even remember. See, we did not come up with a script. We were just going to flow.
All right, so...
I figure we should give one more before we sign off.
We're at our massage place.
Yes.
So I guess the last thing would be to...
Which the name is Handcrafted Healing if you're in the Tampa Bay area. Handcrafted Healing in St. Pete.
So the last thing would be to... being fit doesn't just fall under the category of working out and eating. It's
I like that.
the people you hang around with, family members. Like if you have a toxic family, just because it's the holidays doesn't mean you need to spend time with these people who are going to like break you down. So health and wellness just isn't like what you eat and the amount of exercise you do. It's the people you hang out with. It's your work environment. It's your spiritual connections. It's your what you feed your soul, your intellectual wellness. I actually did a post on this. There's like seven. Hold up 2
there's
fingers.
7.
There's 7. Hold up. There we go. We got 7 keys to wellness.
Yes.
Not gonna give you them all, but
Find the post.
but yeah, all those things. It's not just physical
Right.
and nutrition. It's all these other things that...
I remember that. Yeah, remember that over the holidays, because it's like there's a lot of extra activity and energy and potential stress around the holidays with running around trying to get everything done and have everything be perfect.
Yep.
And so just, be kind to yourself and, remember all of that and take care of yourself, mind, body, spirit, throughout the whole process.
Look more comfortable than I did last week.
Yeah?
In the car.
In the car? Oh God, you were so uncomfortable. You were like... If you guys didn't see the car episode, go watch it because it's funny. All right.
That's it.
Happy holidays. Thanks for joining us. Of course, reach out if you have any questions. Coming from the jungles of Costa Rica, aka St. Pete. See you guys.